Just so they'll know who they're talking to. Look at that camera and tell them how long you've been doing this.
55 years.
55 years. Baby, don't let this little bit of oxygen fool you. He is the baddest mamma jamma in North Carolina, okay?
Mobile Home Mommy.
What's up, everybody? It's Nicole Briscoe, aka the Mobile Home Mommy, and I'm here today with my good friend Mr. Danny Lynn of Lynn's Mobile Home Movers. And today we're gonna talk about the cost of what it is to move a mobile home in 2026. Give it to him real.
All right, what do you want to know first?
So I want to know, like a lot of people ask me, if I get the home for $1,000 and I've got to pay $12,000 to get it moved, is that a good deal for a mobile home?
Well, sometimes it depends.
Depends on what?
It depends on the quality of the mobile home.
Okay, quality of the mobile home.
Yeah, the distance has got to go.
The distance.
And vulnerability of the home has a lot to do with it.
Now, what you mean vulnerability of the home?
Well, sometimes, homes are not, don't stand up to the trip.
Oh, okay.
Especially older homes, and you never know. I mean, it's just like buying a used car. You don't know what it's going to do, on the highway. So I'm really taking a chance every time I hook to one that it's going to fall apart on me.
Okay.
And it has. I have had them to fall apart.
Okay, so hold on.
But that's the negative part. I don't mean to be negative.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna ask you more about that. So if I'm looking to pay you $12,000 to move this beautiful double wide mobile home we have over here, what does that $12,000 include?
Well, it includes me taking it apart.
Okay.
Gently, so we can put it back together.
Okay.
And not lose this quality. Take it to the new location, reestablish it, set it up, block it, anchor it, tie it down, and get it ready for the inspectors to inspect for the first walkthrough. So
to explain what you mean when you say block it up, anchor it, and tie it down, because
we have to work with the ground that you own.
Okay.
So we have to set the blocks up to be level all around, and plumb. And then we have to tie it together with bolts and screws.
And hold on, just so they'll know who they're talking to. Look at that camera and tell them how long you've been doing this.
55 years.
55 years. Baby, don't let this little bit of oxygen fool you. He is the baddest mamma jamma in North Carolina, okay? He is moving this double wide for me sometime next week, and we got 2 more single wides coming up. What you can't see is his crew in the background. He's the boss. He runs the crew. Ain't that right?
That's right.
All right. Go ahead, finish.
We get it to your new location.
Okay.
And depending on what you want to do and what you pay for, if you're going to put it on a permanent foundation, then we charge extra for that. We charge for putting in cement, or you can have it done yourself at your cost.
Cement for what? Foundation? Pillars. Okay.
If you're going to brick foundations, you probably got to put a skirt wall foundation up.
So do you typically need a brick foundation if you're moving into a mobile home park?
No, you don't have one. No mobile home parks have brick foundations.
Okay.
Because, it's never permanent at a mobile home park.
Okay.
It's always temporary.
All right. So if you're moving it into a park, what do you need? Just like a gravel pad?
Yeah, the pad has to be, I don't especially care what the pad looks like. Only what the county wants it to be.
Okay. So
the county, if you'll excuse this, they got so many rules and regulations that when you apply for a mobile home permit, you give them the address and all, they go take a look at your lot, and they make sure the lot is okay to put a mobile home on.
That's good, Brett.
And if it is, they give you the okay. If not, they'll tell you what to do. You got to bring in gravel, a piece of equipment to level it out with, and so forth.
So it really depends on what the county or the city is saying we need for that pad before you come out there.
Not me.
Okay, all right.
I don't care. I can put it on a cliff.
Okay.
You know, I could put it on the roughest terrain it is, but you know, it's not feasible. You know, and the county knows that, so they got certain restrictions and stuff for the county to make sure that you don't have a mobile home set up that's going to give you problems down the road.
So what about permits? Who's paying for the permits, and what does that look like?
Homeowner pulls all the permits, pulls all the inspections. I'll call the first one in, and that'll be the the walkthrough to make sure that the marriage walls are insulated. I have to call it in before we can complete. So once I call that in and put the ridge cap on, then I turn it over to the homeowner.
So just to not confuse a beginner, because this is where I was confused at.
Yes.
It's only 2 sets of permits. And when I say that, I mean it's highway permits that I don't deal with. You deal with that.
That's mine altogether. Nobody deals with that. I take care of all the highway permits.
But I have to deal with the actual
building permits.
Where it's going to
site inspection,
and where it's coming from.
Yes.
So the county that it's coming from, I need to call to get a permit.
Yes. And
Now,
ask them what they require.
Right. Typically, and stop me if I'm wrong, what's required from that is people always say, how much do the permits cost? Free, as long as your what are paid.
Taxes.
That's right. As long as your taxes are paid, it's free. What you got?
That's your site inspection. But if you're going to pull a permit, every county is a different price, so I can't give a prices for anybody.
Right. So typically, so far,
Alamance County was $145 last year. Now they're double that.
and that's the highway stuff.
No, that's the whole permit system for this house.
Oh, okay. So when those permits, you're talking about electric, plumbing.
Electrical, plumbing,
Okay.
HVAC.
All right.
Setup.
So then I'm gonna call it 3 sets of
Yes.
permits. The first set of permits that you need is to actually pull the mobile home from where it's at to where it's going. That's the first one. Typically that one is free if your taxes are paid on the mobile home. Side note, don't get discouraged. I bought a mobile home before that was 10 years behind on taxes. It was only like $700. Tell them it ain't a lot of money on taxes.
No.
With mobile homes.
No, that's the only good part about it. That's why most people, tend to want to live in them. Cheap living, cheap expenses.
Yep.
They're pretty easy to maintain, inexpensive to maintain. If you have a problem with a mobile home, usually it costs you a lot less than a house to fix it.
Yep. So the first set of permits is the one that you're moving. That's the site permits. Typically those are free as long as the taxes are paid. The second set is what he was talking about, the site inspection. Once you get it to where it's going, the electric, that permit may cost $100 or $150. The plumbing.
No control over that.
Right, the plumbing permit and the HVAC permit. But look, side note, a lot of those permits you can put in your name.
Yes.
If you're the homeowner. Did I say that right?
Yes, but it has to be on your property.
Right.
Can't put it in a mobile home park if it's in your name. Can't do it.
I did it.
Well, Alamance County won't let you. Some of the counties will let you.
Okay.
But I know, yeah. Good luck to you. That's the best.
Right.
Because I don't get in the middle of that.
That's right. And then the third set of permits is back to him with the highway stuff, which is what he deals with. So, who's responsible for the lot prep?
The homeowner.
The homeowner.
Yeah, if you buy a lot that's screwed up, you got to fix it.
Okay.
But
if I need your help, you can help me.
I can definitely help you.
Lean on me.
Yeah, I can help you.
Okay.
Lean on you.
Okay. So you can help me prep the lot, but you may charge extra?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Everything costs.
That's right.
Everything costs. It's, it's time versus, time versus time. You got to have money to make money.
That's right. So if I'm a brand new investor, what would be a mobile home that you say, hey, that's a piece of crap, don't do that?
Well, I can usually walk up to one and tell if it's been maintained and if it's, it's feasible to move, because I don't mess with them if I see it right off.
You don't, but talk to me, because I'm a brand new person. I don't know what I'm doing. What should I be looking out for?
Well, if you come up on a mobile home and if you see a home that's got streaks down the side, like rust spots down the side,
Okay.
that means this water's getting in it.
Okay.
and it's vulnerable to the walls being rotting. And the band around the outside will be rotting. So you have to look for these things. And if the underpinnings aren't like this one is out, you want to look for insulation hanging down.
Okay.
That's a sure sign you got water damage.
Right.
You know.
Now you done moved one before for me with the
I can move
installation
them,
hanging.
as long as it's not detrimental, you know, to the move.
Right.
But,
and ask the mover. Y'all may not be in North Carolina like us, but I know I had one with installation hanging. He got his men to go under it and tape it back up. Right?
Yes.
Yep. So installation hanging, you said rust on the side. What else should I look for to know?
Well, inside the mobile home, make sure the ceilings are clear, no leaks in the ceilings.
Major leaks, right?
Well, just spots on the ceiling.
Spots on the ceiling.
Spots on the ceiling means you got water coming in.
Okay.
And you really don't know how much damage it is.
Right.
Because it can just, maybe it got to that place is the last point, you know. May have come down the inside wall and never showed up except, you know, to last. Maybe rotting all over.
Okay.
But, you know, I can about tell. You can see the house when you look at it, like you go up to a single wide and you walk up to it, and the metal is flimsy looking, and like a car, you know, if it's not smooth and straight, then something's wrong.
Gotcha. So
It's got, you know, the geometrics of it. If it's straight, usually it's, you know, it's usually in good shape.
okay. So the grand question is, right now in 2026, about how much can I look to spend for a double wide move, and how much can I look to spend for a single wide move?
I would say on a single wide move, anywhere from $4,500 to $6,500. Now, a double wide, and what you got to remember on a double wide, that's two single wides.
That's two single wides.
Any way you look at it.
That's right.
Plus, you know, it's really more than that because, you know, you got to treat them different. It's more work to it. You got to work on the inside walls. You got to work on the house. You got to put your ridge cap on. So, you know, it's a lot of more work.
And what's that plastic you put in between two pieces?
Yes, I have to put in
Rewrap
plastic.
it.
You have to wrap it so we can, so it's highway worthy. Don't blow the insulation
That's
out.
right. That's right.
If you don't wrap it, it'll blow the insulation out. And if I don't see the insulation, you know, as a problem, then I don't put it on. But if it looks like it's going to blow out or anything's wrong, or if it looks like it's going to rain, we put it on. You know, it depends on a lot of things. But either way, I'm responsible for it.
Gotcha.
If anything happens.
Gotcha.
You know.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all
now,
heard it. Go ahead.
I want to tell you one more thing.
Go ahead.
If I don't think a house is worthy for the highway, then I'll tell you. But I will still move it if you say for me to move it. You know, if you want to take a chance on a mobile home, you know, my insurance won't pay. You know, if it doesn't look, you know, up to par. And I made it with them. I've took houses that look like it's going to fall down. Never have a problem with it.
You remember that mobile home we moved that was sinking in the middle?
Yeah.
Golly, I was scared, but it bumped up and down. Y'all, we had installation blowing down the highway. Then it was like, we got to get this sucker off the road.
Yeah, they give me a ticket for that.
Yeah,
they give me a ticket against my driver's license.
That's right.
I get points on the CDL for, you know, for littering. So, you know,
Installation started blowing, y'all. He got that home down the road though, and we got it parked safely. It was a 1979, that mobile home you moved out in Raleigh for me. You remember that?
Yeah,
Yep.
I do remember it.
Yep.
But you got to, you know, you just have to be careful, you know, and of course, you know you're not going to pay full price for a house like that. So you're taking a chance, yet you're going to get a cheaper house.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Better deal. You know.
Well,
Once
y'all
you get it set up, though, it's no problem with it. Once you get it set up, you're home free.
home free.
Home free.
Get it set up.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, overall, do not be afraid to move these mobile homes. You just got to find you a licensed mover that know what they're doing and is going to give you the best advice of how he can get it down the road. Danny and I have been working together since 2021. 2021. Back then, y'all, he had 2 gold chains on and rings on every finger. Now he's just down to this one ring. He's downsizing, but
You're going to tell him a story on
cut the camera. Seriously, y'all, this is how much it's costing to move in 2026 single wide, double wide mobile homes. Find you a mover, though, that's relatable and that can help you out. Until next time.